Okay, I'll think about it.
Button is depressed.
It's depressing. And Zoom changing their icon is throwing me for a loop.
Quiet on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar nudes so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours. And Laz, why aren't you in the Flair's famous fishing dungeon?
Because I'm on the set where I should be.
No. We're fishing today.
Oh, no, we're not. It's race day. It's Taco
Well, it's race day,
Tuesday.
but we have to.
We've got news to cover. We've got
We
things to talk about.
we need to finish.
No. You think you need to finish, but you have until 5 o'clock today. But this is a news segment. Yeah.
That's the only time I have to complete this shit.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
You know,
I don't
just
know.
for that, I'm going to the new fishing wing, and then I'm going to.
It's okay. We have a co-host sitting in for you. So.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that reminds me, Axe. I need to like step away from the computer for just a couple minutes, and I need to go get something.
Need to go get something?
Yeah, my little statue.
Well, go grab it. I thought you would have it sitting there on your desk.
Hold on. Let me go grab it.
Jack's got a wee version of himself, absolutely. But welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Taco Tuesday, also known as Two for Tuesday, November 1st, 2022, as we enter the holiday season. And remind you all that November and December releases are early release months. So don't forget that this month, the 17th, is the release. a week before Thanksgiving to give everybody a chance down. I want to say at the offices, but there are no more offices. To have some time off during the holidays, and during December, the 15th is when the release date is, of course, unless they screw the pooch like they did this month and do it on a Friday for the first time ever. But today is race day, which means that all of our supporters who have previously subscribed in the past month or donated 500 bits or more are automatically entered into our marbles race for a chance to win 500 Kodos, because we like to give back here whenever we can. But there it is. There's little Jack.
Little Jack.
And let's scroll up a little bit to the pictures in the green room, because we actually have some pictures here. I don't know. The first picture, the eyes didn't come out really good. The second picture looks a whole lot better.
Hold on.
Maybe it's just the angle.
Well, part of it is definitely the angle.
Yeah.
Because hold on.
But it's little Jack. Little Jack
Little
Citizen.
Jack. It's a 6-inch statue of Jack. So someone complained that, hey, she doesn't have any pictures of me, and I was out at TRF and ran into this booth that does statue printing, so 3D statues. No, I did not take a mold of my dick and turn it into a dildo. Or did I?
Or did he? I don't know.
Yes. But yes, so I do have this little 3D printed version of myself. So she is complaining, hey, I don't have any pictures of you unless I took them. So it's like, fuck that. Here's a statue of me.
I would just take these pictures of the statue and just send the pictures of the statue. But
yeah. So that is what I was wearing on a Sunday.
I like the drinking horn on the side. That's a nice touch. See if we can't get a close up of that.
I will say that if I was really a Viking, then I would not be walking around with a drinking horn, because it's susceptible to spillage quite frequently, whereas I would prefer a skin to hold my beverages.
A wine skin. There you go.
Yeah. So the funny part is my shirt is not a green color, and my pants are not a bluish color. They're actually they're both linen. So the colors got washed out, and the detail on the tattoo is also a little bit foobar.
You know, I didn't even look at that as to tattoos.
Actually, both tattoos.
Okay, yeah, I can see them now.
Yeah,
but that's pretty cool how they actually have the tattoos included. That is, now that you mentioned, I didn't even look for that. I was just looking at the details of the face, which is really what's the important part, you know.
I do think it's kind of funny that like parts of the honeycomb that still has to be filled in is available and others are not. So I mean, it's pretty cool. I think she'll like that. We'll see what happens, but yes. So a 6-inch me.
6-inch version of Jack.
Yes. So
but again, as I was saying, it is race day.
Insert it. It might be a little weird.
Might need some extra lube for that.
Maybe. But it is me that she'll be inserting, so why would she need lube for that? Oh man. Oh, so what for race day? What's the first one that we're going to?
It's the same one we always do. Portal Purgatory.
Portal Purgatory.
Not pixels, just Portal Purgatory.
Portal Purgatory. Which number is that? Portal 35. There it is. It is loaded on my side. You do need to do ! Play on my stream. I've gone ahead and clicked start. Everybody needs to get on my side, because That's the only way to get in. So you've got 1 minute to get in before Laz. I'll if I
Starts his
remember and
race.
hear, if I remember and hear the um, um,
If you remember to say go for me.
yes.
That's right, because everybody on my side was automatically entered. Alejandro, you don't get to type play on this side today.
Got to do it on my side. Got to do it on my side. And don't be like Laz and forget to do it on my side because we're down to 15 seconds.
You get in there and reduce the odds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping down the pegboard.
Good luck to everybody, and thank you for your support over the past month. It is greatly appreciated.
I'll take my 500 kodos now. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man.
You don't get no stinking kodos.
I'm aware of that. Okay, remember, this is Portal Purgatory. It doesn't really matter who's in the lead right now because it's all about who makes it to the end.
Who hits the bucket first? As Waldo is popped up, first one ejected.
Oh no!
Selenia Soda and Mom ejected. Tina
everybody's on my
popped
side
up,
is Portal
ejected.
somehow.
Dead New Day ejected. Bridge Troll ejected. Coeur d'Alene hits the basket for the win. Congratulations, Coeur d'Alene, as Fionwin gets ejected and the flaming wall of death comes out to take out the rest of the marbles here. But Coeur d'Alene is our wiener. Congratulations, Coeur d'Alene. You won 500 kodos. Is Coeur d'Alene out there today? Yes. One day Coeur d'Alene's not here. That's okay. You don't need to be present to win because I have your names and I will just go ahead and send out those crowns of the obsidian. Congrats to Coeur d'Alene as we go ahead and get him sent out 500 crowns. And he is the monthly contest winner.
Oh, Maynard dropped in on my side. The wall of death is out. I do need to go figure out. Did I even send out scrolls yesterday?
I don't know. Did you send out your streamer bundles like you were supposed to? You don't have any more streamer bundles.
One of the streamer bundles I did not send. So Submarine Mike is going to get a streamer bundle as soon as I find mail and Maynard.
Well, there were no streamer bundles in the mail this morning, so it's going to make life tough for you.
Oh, yeah.
Going to make life tough.
Yes. So I do have a note here of what I need to send out. But yes, that was that. Oh, man. Fishing. Okay, so I think I'm going to try for the smallest fish again.
Try for the small stuff?
Yes, so I need to actually go to all items. I need to open up Jack Synicist. And then I need to go to recently looted. And where is that black trap? So I need to get a fetid fish that is smaller than 1.8.
He needs a small one.
Yes. So 2. So we need to pull out that fetid fish because 1.8 is way too long.
That's what she said.
Yeah, 2 is definitely way too long. Okay, so right now I am less than 3. So I've got a brook trout that's 0.949 and an ammonite lava fish that's 0.909. So
That sounds like a nice sized fish.
Well, that's because thanks to Shroud math, everything's in meters when that should be feet or some other
stones or whatever it is. Yes.
Yeah, some other measurement. But the default measurement in Shroud is meters. So I mean, yes, that would be a nice sized fish if it was real, but considering the largest fish are like 6 meters, I mean,
fish.
Yes. So, are we going to go talk about the Tweeterverse real quick?
Oh, you mean what Tweeterverse? Chris, quit the Tweeterverse. So no more tweets.
Oh, I'm aware of that, but I mean, maybe Ravlox is going to tweet on the other page.
I don't think so. You know, that is now Chris's Twitter, isn't it? Technically.
Well, they're both technically Chris's Twitter.
Well, then, you know, you quit, we don't cover. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't know. We'll keep an eye out. But
it's going to be funny when there's a bunch of tweets on there.
Well, yeah. Well, then we can call them out for the yeah. What's the word I'm looking for?
Hypocrisy.
Yeah, the hypocrisy that we see out there all the time is yeah. Like the hypocrisy of me getting called out for bumping a post that I was asked to help report, and then I had to go ahead and point out that the rules and regulations say that you can bump a post once a week, but apparently somewhere else it says that you can't bump bug posts. So going back to last week's topic of when Ravlox went ahead and just added a link to an ancient not bug report, macroing report and botting, they should really just rewrite the rules and guidelines with all the updated shit in it so that there isn't no contradictory bullshit, because one place it tells you can do this and another place it tells you can't do this, and that's just total BS, okay? Make up your minds. Is it okay or isn't it okay? Because your rules contradict each other. So, you know, I understand, but when you're asked to do something and then you get slapped on the wrist for it, I think that's also BS. But I haven't spoken to support to find out who actually wrote that email, but I will probably later on today or tomorrow. But
no, you won't.
No, I will sometime this week. Let's talk about some gold recovery with 107 that we assumed was going to happen.
What? Paladin Michael wants to know, is the gold recovery part from QA now in, or will it go in next time, or will it ever go in, or will it be worked on? Chris did say that, hey, I'm working on these things. Per Chris in the last stream, it's still being worked on. Do watch the stream from Friday for more details. Thank you, Ampu. Please provide a timestamp because these things are annoying, but was later in.
Oh yeah, so. And I have to step back to this conversation real quick because hold on, you're gonna love this answer, by the way. And let me go find this. This was on the Irish wax cylinders, and
are you going to provide a link?
Yes, this was this link here. Let me go ahead and provide this link for you.
Yeah, kind of hard to do anything without link. Yeah.
And I will bring this over here to
No, you're
talk
not.
about this.
I'm just over here fishing. The Irish wax cylinders. So I'm just
So we were unable
So-
to play these due to them being a login reward and being non-tradable. So nobody could put the wax cylinders into their jukeboxes in their houses, in their towns, etc., etc., etc. So the R100 patent note says the no trade flag is removed, but it looks like they are still no trade was the original bug support, and it was resubmitted. And it looks like my actual comment
was
and
deleted.
bump was deleted out of there. But the email says I looked into the issue, and it appears these are waiting for a data migration in order to fix to be completed. So we've been waiting since release 100 when the fix was supposedly fixed back in March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 8 months ago, we're still waiting for a data migration. I mean, I think that's probably one of the lamest excuses I've heard in a long, 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 long time. But
Hey,
meanwhile,
let's just change while the game is down.
I do have to give props because if I can get in touch with support, they will trade mine out in the meantime and give me the proper ones. But
But
the data migration excuse is, I think, just total again bunk because this is 8 months. We're waiting for a data migration for this for 8 months when the release note says it was fixed back in March. Okay, it says it was fixed back in March. So if we were waiting for data migration, maybe April, maybe May, maybe June, maybe July, maybe August. Here we are in November now, and we're waiting for data migration from 8 months ago. That is probably the worst excuse I've heard in a long, long, long time. But yeah.
That's because they aren't a relation. It's not a relational database, but a document. That means every instance has to be touched to fix it, which means that, hey, shit design again.
Yeah. Yes. Again, that's why I made the word assume very punctuated there. Because we assumed. Because it makes an ass out of you and me, absolutely.
Yes.
But meanwhile, waiting on a data migration for 8 months. But thankfully, they're willing to actually take the time. So I do have to reach out and have somebody actually trade
but
these
at the
out.
same time, you shouldn't have to.
It should have been fixed when it says it was fixed, and it should have been taken care of back in March when this bug was reopened. And in April, it should have been fixed in the April or May releases. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah. But that means that, okay, we shut you up by providing you, but everybody else doesn't get the fix.
Well, again,
there's
a bigger story to that.
Hey, I'm going to only provide the fix for one individual that is talking about it.
Actually, again, I had asked for that to be done, and I was told no originally because they wanted to go and find out whether I was an edge case or not first. Okay. So I did broach that subject, and again, I was turned down initially. So apparently, whatever it is, they're willing to get it fixed for me, and whether or not anybody
say fuck off,
everybody else is going to have to go ahead and complain themselves, I guess, or wait for this data migration to happen. So
now,
that we have heard it by Laz that somehow soda math is the real reason. Well, Shroud math. Now Tina's got it right now. It's a document store and not actually a database relation, which Again, they're going to be doing a lot of running around, or there are going to be a lot of people who are just sitting there, who I guess don't really care. But I mean, we do the news. We do realize that what changes go in, and sometimes we find about changes that weren't announced that went in. And thanks to you guys and gals for highlighting this stuff.
Well, I did open up the November rewards because remember the November rewards are supposed to include extra special stuff, extra dev
Oh,
related things,
I didn't even think about that. Was there any extra
and
special dev related
yeah,
things in that?
Allium's empty tea chest and Devil Cult's flaming skull mask, both of which are non-tradable.
Well, yes, they're login rewards, which will probably both wind up being in the store eventually.
Why can't I trade them?
Can you package them? That is the question. Can you right click and package them?
No.
No, okay.
I am not able to package them.
Some items come up where you can actually package them, but I believe that should be gone as well, since we got rid of this heritage BS last release, the release before.
Why are we still continuing to put the no trade flag things on shit?
Yeah, I mean, and the streamer bundles. I thought that was part of getting rid of all this. But apparently, somebody's got to keep complaining.
Yeah,
us guys. And bringing it to the attention so that they finally get rid of this silliness. But hey, we did finally get rid of heritage items by pointing out the obvious. You're not making any money with them, and when they actually ran the numbers, somebody went, we're not making any money. So let's get rid of it. Maybe we'll make more money.
Yes. It's like, it's like, why are you inhibiting the player trade with no trade items?
Yeah, especially now that you're selling stuff from 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah. It's okay. Yes. You may not realize it, but the money to be made is by the in-game consumables these days, not by those trinkets that you guys thought you were stopping the RMT from. The ShroudMarketplace.com, the place to go buy or sell anything and everything Shrouded Avatar related, is alive and well. And if you're looking for wood, you're looking for ore, you're looking for stuff to craft with, you're going to find it out there, and you're going to find it in bulk. I sell ore 10,000 at a time. You can find wood and big bundles and all sorts of other goodies available out there at ShroudMarketplace.com. That's right.
Yep.
Shameless self-promotion.
Yeah, and it's like, if you hate RMT so much, then why did Chris go to work for a company that was solely purely based on NFTs and real money transactions?
Well, purely based on RMT transactions. That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I just had to point out the funny stuff going on there. We're waiting on a data migration 8 months later. We'll probably be waiting on that data migration for this gold from release 107 migration for several months too, because after the change, and I guess Chris is on vacation yet again. Have you been following his Facebook?
No, I didn't follow it today. Remember, in November he's going to start working full time ish but he's got a vacation planned. And the holidays.
Which is the holidays, probably, yeah.
No, he's probably out backpacking right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him. But moving right along, it is coming up to the butt of the hour.
I've said many times how to shut down ShroudMarketplace.com and make money doing it. Yes, it's very... Chris, Hollyhock. Chris, I'm back! Go buy. It's like, yeah. But yeah, it's very easy to shut down Shroud Marketplace by opening up your own fucking store on as Catnip Games. And then from there, it's like take a percentage of every transaction, and you've got the tech to build it to where it's like, hey, you can actually do things that Shroud Marketplace can't, which is every single order you could, like, as soon as someone lists it for sale, you could remove it from their inventory.
Use your own API to do the trade so that nobody gets any questionable, stuff there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like, hey, it's like you're in control.
Let's go ahead and stop a minute, and let's go ahead and pull those butt of the hour streamer bundles.
Streamer bundles that I don't have to give.
Yeah, you'll have to just give everybody IOUs.
Stymie the Savage Furry.
Mom's gonna get herself a set of bottles out there.
Whee!
Along with Dwip. Congratulations, Mom and Dwip. Let's get those out to him.
I only pulled one.
Taco Tuesday, man. Taco Tuesday. I said it.
My bad. I'll pull 3 later on.
Not
that I have 3 to give, but yeah.
You're all getting IOUs.
Yeah. Because I don't have any yet. I actually only have 1 streamer bundle.
And Dwip is Axe, right?
Yes, Dwip is Axe.
The guy who doesn't appear in the database anywhere.
Yes. Okay, so right now my shortest fetid fish is 1.4. Okay, we can get smaller.
Let's get small, baby. Let's get small.
Yes.
But speaking of Mom, apparently Mom is having some issues out there. And since we've got her here to talk about it, let's go talk about this topic as I reopen the streamer bundles for the top of the hour.
Oh, where are we going to?
Uh-oh.
Crafting stations. Crafting stations.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one. So let Jack read it, and then let's hear what you've got to say about this. I'm curious as to, what you think is going on.
At its finest. Crafting stations not applying bonus consistently. Inconsistent applying expert crafting station bonus. I have the benefactor expert crafting stations. When moving from table to table crafting, I've noticed the bonus is not always applied. Example on the tailoring station. Sometimes exceptional chance is 41.2 and sometimes 39.7. It also affects every masterwork variable stat. If there is something that causes it, I have not yet found it, but will continue to look. Start crafting and move back and forth between tables. It will eventually change, then change back.
And no reply at this time from the development team.
Well, the problem is, this was actually an old bug that had been fixed. And something apparently got broken again.
Yeah, that's nothing new.
Well, we already know that their database is screwed, so I mean this would just be more screwage.
Yeah, it's an annoyance. I mean,
oh yeah, I mean Shroud math not being applied correctly is very, very annoying.
So what happens?
I use a table and it gives me, one including the plus 5. I switch over to, like when I was making Justin's new armor, and then I switch back, and then percentage is higher. It's like, well, fuck.
Has it got anything to do with the materials that you're using, possibly? Does the material bonuses have any effect on this?
Making the exact same thing with the exact same materials on the exact same table.
Well, then
and I even double checked to make sure that it wasn't like one table was the expert and the other one wasn't, and something was just hiccuping. And every table I have is the expert.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is a reason. I'm not the one to find it yet.
And what is the problem with the masterwork?
It's all affected. It's that
Well,
percentage is affected by everything. So if
Yeah,
you're not
well,
getting that bonus, then
let's.
the masterwork numbers are going to be lower.
I think I have a topic on that.
Well, we have several crafting related topics that we've discussed recently, including the fact that, hey, this 25%
Mom
chance,
actually
like,
gives us a
why
link to
shouldn't
the old
that's Econdas?
topic.
That's
Mom, did
Econdas.
Econdas give us the link?
Yeah,
Econdas.
kind of state.
Okay, I thought you did. Sorry. Yeah, Econdas. There it is. I saw Mom's name as I did that. But this is the not giving the +5 crafting bonus.
Yes.
And where is the one I'm looking for?
In your ponds.
Where's the one I'm looking for?
And I love it when people are like, you should go ahead and just unequip and re-equip your gear.
What's that got to do with it?
Should Shroud math, man.
Shroud math.
Baby. Shroud math, baby.
That's Shroud, baby. That's Shroud, baby.
That's Shroud, baby. Where we will improperly apply math and gear and everything that you think that you tried to min-max your way to success, and we will misapply it.
Very interesting that my alerts page only goes 3 pages out instead of way out to all the alerts that it used to do. Is
Yeah. And Econdas is like, perhaps this bug was fixed only for the founder tables and not the benefactor ones.
I would think that Mom is using the. No, she says. What did she say she's using? The benefactor.
She just says expert.
Yeah, expert.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me ask Timmy.
Remember, they also
Timmy!
put the expert crafting tables in the shop. So you can buy those tables that are supposed to have that +5 gain, skill gain on everything. And scroll all the way down to the bottom for the original bug. Ooh. From 2020. So I know it's like, how's that Unity 2021 upgrade coming along?
Yeah, we'll see that in 2024 probably.
When Unity 2029 comes out.
Well, it'll be in 2024 when Unity 2023 is the latest supported release, the new long-term support release, right? And yeah, this one is then relegated to not. Yeah, I can't seem to locate this topic, but there was a whole list of the RNG Masterworks, and for some reason is
you lost it. Covered it last week.
Did we cover that already?
Math. We covered it last week.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to go and refresh it, but
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. Let's see, we did that. Yeah, here's an interesting one. Is I close this out, close that one out. Where's the one from But Sanyo's reply. I thought I had that here, or do I have to refresh it?
I don't know, but I will say that this fetid water this fetid water grotto has Jack for fucking usable water for fishing.
Okay, let's go to red wagons and sails, because you're gonna love this answer that we get from Sanyo.
Red wagons and sails?
Red wagons and sails.
How did I not open that one up?
I don't know.
Is that because that I don't know, but I brought it up. Feedback. Give me shit. Feedback on 3 destinations. The Outlander Welcome Center, when entering, right across the bridge, there is a red wagon which teleports to Sultan. As far as I see, red is supposed to be general back to the overland map.
Indeed.
Color, which would mean that the wagons needs to be dyed. Out in Blood River outskirts, the map is large, and it's good to have several wagons for back to Novia overland map. 1, the Elven Refugee Camp. The 2, the Airy Ranger Camp. 3 and 4 in the Obsidian Elf Camp. However, I have to wonder, why do the Obsidians need 2 red wagons instead of 1 red and 2 a second local teleport to the reinforcements? Out in Kingsport, a large and pretty harbor with lots of ships to many destinations, which seems strange given that the guild leader tells you that the city is practically under naval blockade by the pirates. The smuggler leader tells you that you can't book passage on one of their ships regardless of price for safety reasons, and Lauren even gives you a speech about being captured in Kingsport. That's actually pretty funny.
But wait. There's more.
Here's a little key to the coloring of teleporters. Red is a single target that is the main scene that it probably relates to official quests, such as the overworld map, main NPC town, and adventure scene. Orange, the same as red, but includes a list of targets instead of just one.
I'm going to stop you right there. Red is always supposed to be to the overworld. The only wagon in the world that is red that goes to a single location that is not the overworld is in a player-owned town that goes to Sultan. Now, how that happened, why that happened, it's the only use case that I know of that this happens in. Red is always supposed to go to the overworld. But anyway, continue.
Shroud math, man. Yellow, reserved for Valhold. Purple, a single target that is returned to previous location. Which is, why the fuck do we need return to previous location?
I've been asking myself that same question since the advent and introduction of those.
Yeah.
Who asked for it? Why did we even decide to do this? Return to previous location is teleport to fucking zone. You were just there. You've marked it. Use the zone scroll. Why do we need to supply another ship and another color to confuse the living daylights out of player? And why are they only in certain areas? I don't know.
Yeah.
Shroud math. Again, Shroud math. Yes. It's the answer to everything these days.
Plain, any other single target. And blue, same as plain, but includes a list of targets instead of just one. And Sanya's like, I knew that about the teleporter wagons in the refugee camp and the Ares camp, but didn't know about the 2 teleporter wagons in the Obsidian Elf camp. They shouldn't be there. I assume the original world builder didn't realize he was using the wrong wagons. I'll switch them out for non-teleporters, but because players have come to expect a teleporter in the area, I'll put one outside the camp and a little down the road.
And then reread this Conjure a Dragon before you read Sanyo's statement, just so people know what we're referring to, would you?
Out in Blood River outskirts, the map is large. Kingsport, a large and pretty harbor with lots of ships to many destinations, which seems strange given that the guild leader tells you that the city is practically under siege or under naval blockade by the pirates. The smuggler leader tells you that you can't book passage on one of their ships, regardless of price, for safety reasons. And Lauren even gives you a speech about being captured in Kingsport. Unfortunately,
says they're a benefactor. Yes.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of dialogue buried in Kingsport conversations that I'd consider temporary fiction and never should have been written that way. Oh my god. Oh. During an early beta phase, Hidden Veil was released while Novia was still being worked on. I believe the conversations you're talking about were written to explain why avatars couldn't go yet to Novia and that they were never updated. It's bad planning, and while in general we don't go back and make changes to old quests that would work correctly, I'll admit that sometimes... Is that kind of like how y'all went back and reworked the Clink quest and completely fucked it up?
Completely redesigned the Clink to begin with?
And fucked up the quest. Because it was working properly. The only difficulty was how do you actually contact or come in touch with Myron? That was the only difficult part. I'll admit that sometimes I go back to the Hidden Veil quest and improve the dialogue when I get free moments. Mentions of the port being virtually blocked by pirates might stay, but sometimes statements by an NPC that they're trapped in Kingsport will either be removed or the context changed to something more like, I feel trapped. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we're really moving forward around here.
Absolutely. And then we got some good commentary here, of course.
Yeah. Purple single target that returns to previous. Can you put one of those in Al's head?
No.
So the coloring scheme is the same for wagons, ships, and balloons? Really? I can't remember seeing any red-sailed ship or wagon with a red plane to anything other than travel to Overworld Overland map. The first I met is the red plane wagon Outlander's Welcome Center that goes to Sultan.
That's right. And it's the only one, Conjurer Dragon. You're absolutely correct. Again, I got to just, harp on that one. That's the wrong answer, Sanyo. That red wagon should not be a red wagon to Sultan, period.
Yeah. Hey, and my runner is currently at HEB with my caffeine order.
Oh, nice.
That was $171, of which most of that was caffeine. And then as long as there's Steam achievements to map out Braemar and Owl's Head, people will be going to the Hidden Veil, and there are at least 3 quests that send them from Owl's Head to Kingsport. So that's the obsolete naval blockade text will be read. Yes, and then yes, all the colorings are correct. You'll see them most commonly in older pots when we developers used to add unique teleporters to pots, but now pot owners can buy and place their own POT. Those old developer teleporters often pointed to NPC towns and had red accents.
Not true.
Yeah.
Not true.
Yeah.
If so, please show me another one in the world, and then I will retract my not true statement.
Well, we can use we can go to like old dead cities.
The only red teleporter that goes anywhere besides the overworld is the one, the Outlander Welcome Center. I've known this for a long time, and I just wrote it off as, one of those things that'll just never get fixed. Because we happen to know the owner, and we happen to have him as a good friend, and it's something he probably requested early on, and they placated him because he was a big supporter of the game. Unlike 2 other big supporters of the game who don't get placated half the time, but I digress. 8 years, people. 8 years.
Yep.
Oh, you guys ain't gonna last. I don't know. Where are all those other streamers? Yeah, they're all gone. The only ones who have lasted. Thank you.
I did enjoy that Avatar's Radio is posting things again, even though Avatar's Radio is dead.
That is not true.
It is not Avatar's Radio. It is Virtue Radio.
The person,
which is claiming
no. Virtue Radio has died. This is now another radio. This is now another radio station that has acquired the rights to use the name Avatar's Radio.
So
okay,
third set
but
of owners.
But there are stipulations that I cannot go into here live on the air, and I will tell you about those in private after the show, which you will definitely get a kick out of. So
yeah.
But yes, this they have the rights to use the name. They had to jump through a lot of hoops in order to do so because the changeover again for the third iteration of this said radio station. But again, I have information that I can't publicize.
So Virtue Radio is back for a third time under completely new management.
No, this is again totally different. I will explain to you off the air.
Yeah.
I'll explain off the air, and you're gonna die laughing when you hear what I got to tell you. Yeah. I know you will. I know you will. But anyway, moving right along. Conjurer Dragons, and then the last Sanyo on that first post, and then there's another Sanyo post.
And then, well, let's see. True, but I'm trying to set expectations. I'm currently the only one fixing these types of old odd context bugs that were very low priority for us, or for me. I mean, what's a high priority for Portnip?
For Sanyo.
For Sanyo. And then I'll take a look if there's room. I'll probably add one. I'll probably add one of those return to last location.
Yeah, why?
Teleporters? Why? Completely unnecessary.
Yeah. The return to last location teleporter in general is completely unnecessary. Who thought of it? Why it was put into the game? Why you guys think it was necessary? I have no idea.
I mean, that completely eviscerates the need for scrolls.
Gold sync.
You only need one scroll to recall, and then you go return to last location, and then it's like, yes. And holy shit, this person is on top of everything.
Price Pallet says in Bastion's Point there are 2 red wagons, one to the overworld and one to harvest. Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
Let's go look at that real quick.
Well, I'm fishing.
Well, you're fishing, I know. So
I'm fishing. I'm trying to lose this competition.
Which location would it be at, Christ? Town Crier, Central Stone Bridge. Do you know which teleporter I should be using? Central Stone Bridge. Okay, so let's go to.
I mean, do you know how hard this competition is actually to lose?
But you're not going to lose if you win a trophy.
Well,
I'm doing a great job of losing the competition by sitting on the lot. Yeah.
So, and Mom, yesterday we discussed that we would be completing the fishing competition.
No. Yesterday you suggested that we do that. We didn't have a discussion over it.
It was okay. Sure, why not? And
fishing sucks.
Fucking Flair.
I'm the one that says
it. Flair needs to come fix some of her her signs in her dungeon.
So look at this. There are actually 2 red wagons. And that one goes to harvest.
Screenshot.
That one travels to the overworld. Very good. Well, thank you, Christ. And then again, then I will retract that that is the only one.
And I'm out of bait. All items. Bait. Bait. Red worms.
Actually, I should screenshot that one with going to harvest. That would make more sense. That would make more sense. And go to my screenshots folder. If I can find it. And then you're going to complain that I took real screenshots.
Yes. Windows key Shift S. Much faster.
No. F12, much faster.
No. Because
yeah, one key, F12, instead of Control Shift S. Yes, one key is a lot faster than trying to get that convoluted.
No, because then you have to go find it, whereas Windows Shift S already takes your
Puts it on the clipboard,
snipping tool, puts it in your clipboard, then you just have to paste it. Whereas F12 means you have to go navigate to that directory.
It's
copy and paste
30 seconds. I got a hotkey for it right here. So
whereas I can take a screenshot and share it.
Oh my God, are we seriously still arguing about this? Move the fuck on.
Mom, we don't have any fucking thing to really discuss.
Sure we do.
Every time Celeste takes a screenshot, we get into this. Get over it.
It's not my fault he's special.
Oh, not as special as you, dear.
Tell him, Mom. Tell him.
So, yeah. We got 6 minutes till I get more bottles.
You just want the bottles.
Let's see. Waiting for that second screenshot.
You only need the one.
Oh, okay, yeah. It shows harvest.
Yeah, the other one goes to the overworld. Why do you need a second screenshot, for crying out loud?
So Trevor must have paid for the second one.
Yeah, so there are some edge cases, but the only one that I had been aware of previously was the one in the Outlandish Welcome Center. I don't make it out to Bastion's Point ever, so apparently I've made it here once. I've made it to a lot of places just once, but, you know, I do that just to have them on my lists for some, you know, edge case as this one happened to be, so as but yeah, Sanyo, don't go killing yourself putting a return to previous location in Owl's Head. There's no need for it. Yeah, Owl's Head is special enough because it has a moon gate in it. And you know, people should learn how to use moon gates.
Well, I mean, that would be like them actually following through with their actual design of, hey, these things are going to be used and serve a purpose.
Well, you know, it used to serve a purpose back when there were what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, things used to serve lots of, like, are you referring to the
welcome quests? Yes,
welcome quests.
The welcome quests, absolutely.
And they put shit out in the starting scene.
And again, I think they should have forced more usage of that. I thought and I introduced the idea of moonstones that would allow you to just change the destination of those so you could travel to any of the destinations of them just by using a gemstone that was craftable and it was a gold sink and all that. Richard loved the idea, but apparently, that requires some coding and some knowledge that nobody wanted to put the time in.
Well, lots of things required coding and knowledge that they didn't do.
Yeah, well, yeah. But anyway, remind me in a quarter and I'll get you a list. Yeah, that's right, Christ. Yeah, you got to get that 250 gold, Dan. That's exactly why I probably stopped in there, was just for the 250 gold early on. That was probably the exact reason. But speaking of early on is gone, and it's getting pretty late right here in Shroud of the Avatar on NBNN. So it's going to be time for us to, for Jack to pick 3 this time.
And I did.
And go ahead and make sure he's got IOUs for those 3.
And I got to go find my list and edit it. Alejandro Destiny. Don't know what your in-game name is. Is it Alejandro Destiny? I hope it is.
I don't know. Is he a player? That's the question.
Yeah, that's the other thing. And then Brutus, and then Maynard. Eventually,
and Mom getting those bottles that she was so sure of.
If I ever get a copy of the streamer bundles, I will. Okay, it is the same name. I will send those out eventually. I do not have them right now. So, and then, but a Steam key I do have right now, and I can turn around and send that to Spawn for Egg, who's getting a copy of Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Congratulations, Spawn for Egg. There you go. Congratulations. Who's getting your Steam key?
I haven't gotten that far. I'm dropping my last streamer bundle right now, and I will do that here in just a minute.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
I'll do that in just a minute, and our Steam key giveaway winner is going to be Manelkoff. Manelkoff, you are the winner. Let's see what we've got for you. Manelkoff is going to get himself a copy of, as the page refreshes like it does all the time.
Yes, it does.
Peaky Blinders Mastermind. He's going to get himself a copy of Peaky Blinders Mastermind.
You have a good day.
Going out to Manelkoff, and that is, very interesting. Save 80%. So usually $24.99, currently on sale for $4.99, or is that $34.99? Oh, $24, yeah. But going out to Manelkoff. So congratulations to our winners, and of course, thank you all for your support. Without you guys and gals out there, we wouldn't be here for the past 8+ years doing this on the daily, every Monday through Friday, except when we're not here, which happens from time to time, like when I went on vacation last month. But thank you all for your support. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on Whacked Out Wednesday. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Grab my groceries from my front door.